Education is a human right, and every person has a right to a good education. Every effort put in perspective to make this a reality is a real necessity, especially in our developing world. The Hilde Education Fund is a Kenyan charity started in 2001 that supports the education of bright, needy children from poor backgrounds and disadvantaged communities. The fund was the realization of a dream come true for its Kenyan founder, Mr. Chris Mburu, currently an international human rights lawyer who himself benefited from a scholarship opportunity in the 1970s and 1980s from Miss Hilde, a German lady living in Sweden, that enabled him to proceed to Nairobi University and later on to Harvard University. Having experienced the reality of the transformational power of education, Chris decided to start a fund to support other poor children in Kenya and named this fund after his childhood benefactor, Ms. Hilde. The Hilde Education Fund, whose main office is in Nairobi, Kenya, has so far supported the secondary school education of over 530 bright needy boys and girls through its main program, the Sponsor to Child program. Such support is made possible through its many sponsors who are individuals, groups, or organizations. One such sponsor is the Purple Cake Day Foundation, a New Zealand foundation which encourages children to support the education of other children who come from less privileged homes and communities under the slogan Kids Helping Kids All Over the World. In 2014, 11 boys and girls benefited from this partnership and were awarded scholarships that guarantees them school fees for the entire 4 years secondary school education. In 2015, Purple Cake Day Foundation has confirmed 4-year sponsorship for an additional 3 children. One of the 2014 scholarship recipient is David Owo Ochieng from Nairobi, Mathare. David scored an impressive 399 marks out of 500 marks in the Kenya Certificate of Education and was admitted to his dream school, Maseno School, in Kisumu County. In spite of him emerging as the top pupil in his school, David was facing the possibility of his dreams for secondary school education shattered, owing to the prohibitive school fees required, with which his father Ochieng, who works as a casual laborer, or his mother Selina, a small-scale trader who hawks snacks like crisps and biscuits from shop to shop, could not afford. Just like David, all the other beneficiaries can as well testify of what this sponsorship means to them.
What this scholarship means is that these bright children now have an opportunity to join some of the best schools in Kenya, where they can access secondary school education without the fear of being sent home because of lack of school fees.
The Hilde Education Fund is indeed very grateful for this partnership with the Purple Cake Day. The Purple Cake Day Foundation and the Hilde Education Fund looks forward to the realization of education as a human right, accessible to all children all over the world.
My name is David Owur. I'm aged 15 years. I have 3 siblings behind me. The last one is not yet in school, but the other 2 are studying at Outreach Community Center. After completing my secondary school, I want to join Nairobi University to pursue my long admired career of being a doctor. This is because I want to help those people who can't afford the bill for going to hospital for treatment. It pains. My mentor is actually my dad. He's a determined person, always hoping hoping for the better. Even when things go the wrong way, he believes that all will be eventually right. I always carry this spirit whenever I go, even in school, believing that I will reach my desired goals, not money will restrict me. I'm thankful for the sponsorship of the Purple Cake Day. They have really granted me this opportunity. This is the greatest opportunity that one can have in life, to change where he come from, to change his history, to make a better future for himself. I'm very grateful for the sponsorship of the Purple Cake Day through the Hilde Education Fund. This is the greatest opportunity that you have granted me in my life, to change where I come from, to change my history, to change my background and make a better future, to help my parents, to help my relatives, and also to help myself.
When David Ochieng presented himself for the Hildeback Scholarship interview, we saw a very confident boy. He had done exceedingly well in his Kenya Certificate of Primary Education and even managed to get an admission to his dream school, Maseno School, which is one of the best schools in Kenya. He was very confident, but unfortunately he shared with us that the social background, the social and economic background of his family could not guarantee him an entry into the place because of the prohibitive requirements needed in the school. He told us that he wanted to become a doctor when he grew up. He knew so much about Maseno School. He had gone into the computer, learnt about the name of the headmaster and everything about the school. And his confidence is one of the reasons that convinced us that he deserves to be one of our scholarship recipients. David is currently doing very well, and we are happy about his performance, and he's still on his way to pursuing his dream career of being a doctor.
Niseli na Dhiambo Chieng. David ndio mtoto wangu wa kwanza. Ako na brother moja. Sister mwenye anafuata David ako class 7, anasoma OCC. Mwenye anafuata Lilian ni ako Mathare 4A, ni Dennis Eto. Na sister David anaitwa Lilian Akoth. Last born niko na msichana anaitwa Cindy Auma. Huyu hajaanza shule. Kitambo nilikuwa nimekaa tu, lakini sasa hii nimeona nifanye business kidogo ya kuuza pipe hii ya watoto kwa duka, na supply kwa duka, nauza pipe. Nimeshukuru Purple Cake Day kupitia Hildeback Education Fund kwa kusaidia mtoto wangu. David alikatalia naenda Maseno, na sikuwa naweza afford ya fee ya Maseno. Unaomba Mungu asaidie hii foundation iendelee kabisa kabisa kabisa.
My name is Peter Ochieng Owor. David is my firstborn son. He is having a brother and 2 sisters. And me, I do work as a casual laborer in the construction sites. Whenever I get a chance and opportunity to do that, I wake up very early. By 6, I'm already out looking for a job. When I get it, I work and come back in the evening. Normally, I do get about 500 shillings in the event or whenever I get a job. That is per day. In some occasions, we go even a week or 2 without working. It has not been easy for us. That money doesn't sustain us well in this house. So it's a matter of struggling. When David did his KCP Class 8 exams, he did a bit well, and we were not able to raise up the school fees. Fortunately, we came about to know Hildeback Educational Fund, and they accepted to take David to pay for his school fees. We appreciate so much for that. We thank Purple Cake Day and Hilde Fund for paying for his school fees, because I normally encourage him. I passed my education very well then, I think 24 years back, and I had no money to proceed with my education. So it was a very bad scenario. I felt so bad. So I always encourage him. You have gotten a very good opportunity, and you have to work hard. You have to take all your effort to the books. So wherever he's at home, we make sure, and he also makes sure that he's on his books. He's a hard worker, and I believe after 4 years, you are going to see the fruits of his labor. Right now, his sister is in class 7. He has a brother called Dennis. He's in class 4. And the younger sister, who is Cindy, has not started school yet. She's still young. So what I can say, we give a lot of thanks to the Purple Cake Day and the Hilde Education Fund. A lot of thanks again for taking this opportunity to support David in his education. And I urge them still to go on looking for some many students or many children who cannot afford their fees. Thank you very much.
Mimi naitwa Dennis Seto, niko na miaka 9 na David ni brother yangu. Anasoma Mathare FUE na niko class 4. Nimefurahi venye David alichukuliwa na Hilde Education Fund.